Hi KB, let's go over our math lesson for today, Thursday, May 28th. We only have one section of math to do today, and then tomorrow we're going to have our Chapter 11 quiz. Can you believe it? We got through Chapter 11 really quickly because we were doing two sections at a time, but also it's a shorter chapter than what we're used to. And I am so amazed at how hard you guys have been working. So let's keep it up for this last section. Open your books, please, to page 481. We're going to talk about ways to measure things today. So first, take your finger, and I want you to put your finger on this word that starts with an H. This spells height. Can you say that? Height. And we know that height is how tall something is. So take your finger and trace down the dotted line that shows us how tall this book is. And let's say height 3 times while we trace it. Ready? Height. 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 So this is one way to measure something by how tall it is. Its height. When you go to the doctor measures you to find out how tall you are, and he usually has you stand with your back against the wall, and you have to stand really tall and straight, and he will tell you how tall you are or what your height is. Another way that we can measure something is called length. Put your finger on the word that starts with L. Length. And let's trace our finger along the dotted line that is showing us the length. This is showing us how long this book is. So let's say length and trace with our finger 3 times. Length, length, length. All right, so remember, height, it's how tall something is. Height goes up and down, how tall something is. Length goes side to side, how long something is. Length. There's one more way that we can measure this book. It's not shown here, but can you figure it out? I'm going to give you a clue. Ready? Watch me. We have height, we have length, we have one more way. See if you can figure out from my clue. One more way that we can measure something is by weight, how heavy it is. I have our math book, which is pretty heavy, and then I have a tiny little journal or a notebook that's not too heavy. So we can measure something by weight, how heavy it is. Let's say weight 3 times. Weight, weight, weight. When you go to the doctor for your checkup, you stand on a scale, and that scale tells the doctor how heavy you are, what your weight is. Okay, so we have height, how tall something is. Length, how long something is. And weight, how heavy something is. The 3 ways that we can measure something. Now that we know that, let's turn the page, and you're going to need a blue crayon and a red crayon. Let's turn the page to 482. And we are going to pretend that we are measuring these items. So first we see tape, and our directions ask us, use red to trace the line that shows how to measure the length. So use red and trace the line. We have 2 lines. One line goes up and down. One line goes side to side. Which line shows us how to measure the length? Which line shows us how long the tape is? The bottom line. Very good. So let's trace that bottom line with our red crayon, because that shows us the length, how long it is. Let's use our blue crayon to trace the line that shows the height. Trace the line that shows how tall this tape is, right here. So we're going to use blue to show the height. Length, height. Do the exact same thing for number 2. We have a glue bottle. So use red to show how long it is. Use blue to show how tall it is, the height. Awesome work. What's another way we can measure these objects? Think back to what we did with the books. What's another way we could measure length, height, and weight? If we had a tape dispenser, we could hold it in our hand. We could see how heavy it is, and same for the glue bottle. Length, height, weight. Excellent, KB. Let's turn to page 483. Now we have 4 pictures, but guess what? We are doing the exact same thing. So I want you to use your red crayon and trace the dotted line for all 4 pictures that shows the length. How long are these pictures? Remember, length goes side to side. So use red to trace that line. Use blue to show how tall these objects are. Trace the line that shows the height of these objects. Use blue to show that. What is another way to measure these 4 objects? We have length, height, and weight. If I want to know how heavy this crayon box is, I can hold my crayons in my hand. How heavy is it? Weight. Excellent. Let's turn one more page to 484. We have a big blank space, and our directions say, draw to show what you know about measuring an object in more than one way. So boys and girls, I want you to draw any object that you have in your home classroom right now. It can be a book, it can be a pencil, it can be a cup, it can be a teddy bear, whatever you want to draw. Draw a picture of what you want to measure. And let's use the same colors that we were using on the last page. Let's use red and make a line to show the length of your picture. And let's use blue, make a line to show the height of your picture. And last, look at your picture and tell somebody what's one more way that you can measure it. All right? And that's it. Tomorrow we do our Chapter 11 quiz. I'm so proud of you guys. Keep it up, and I'll see you really soon. Bye-bye.